All right, so can we do some Tai Chi now? Yes? Okay. Okay, Jill.
Do I need to do something? Oh, there we go.
Good. Um, Let me show you guys something. I don't have this queued up, so this will take me just a second to find these. But we have a student named Susan Charette. Jill, I don't know whether you know Susan. Kevin, you should know her. She was back. She came live to the classes back when we were in San Francisco. Anyway, um, she's still a student. She just does the recordings. Um, and she's kind of in marketing. Anyway, she did a couple illustrations for that class, that Earth Body class, using AI. So let me show you the illustrations. They're pretty interesting. It'll take me just a second to find them, so I'm going to exit full screen. So you guys are going to disappear.
I hope not.
Well, you're still there.
But how cool if we could.
But I have a few things to do.
I didn't say you couldn't come back, just disappear or be invisible or something.
Uh,
Oh, you're back. Okay, now I'm going to share screen here and try to pull these up. I'm gonna go ahead and optimize for video, even though this is not a video. And just wait, it's coming. This computer is so slow. So here's one of them. Here's the other one. I think they're both kind of neat.
Yeah, you gonna what, blue screen them in or something?
What's that?
Are you gonna have them
Oh,
like green screened in or something?
well, I don't know what we'll do with them, but I think she actually did about half a dozen of them, and I think they're kind of cool. I really like the colors on this one.
mhm. So,
And
my only complaint is that it makes it, if it has anything to do with the dantian, it's too high up.
this one here,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I told her too.
Uh,
But I think for most people that are just kind of looking at this, and if they're not students, I don't know that it really makes much difference.
Fair.
I asked her about that, and she said it would be difficult to. She could try it, but it would be difficult to make that fine an adjustment anyway. Anyway,
Right.
I thought it was very nice of her to do that. Okay, now how do I find you guys again? Stop share. There you are. Full screen. Yes, but you're becoming a real student of Tai Chi when you notice it was coming from the solar plexus rather than. So this is the fourth chakra, right? Instead of it was coming from the fourth rather than the third chakra. But that's okay. All right, let's work a little bit on this move, and this is another move where it would be very handy to have Kevin up here, and a lot of fun for me. So, right, the move. Let's do the yin and yang cycles on this first, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this move is called Dan Bien, which means single whip. And what they mean by single whip is this. Right? Single whip on one side. So the whole move is named after this final motion. Kevin, so is that what we had last time?
Which move is this number?
Single whip, move 5.
We had 6.
Yeah. So let's. What did we just count to?
We did 7.
Well, maybe then maybe 7 this time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's just count it as 7. 7's a good number. So basically, what you need to know is the Shin Yi and the Neigong for each of those 7 cycles. Now, some of the cycles are, some of the yin yang cycles are rather elaborate. Others are very, very simple. All right? The first one is quite simple. And I'm going to do this at a little bit of an angle here. Boom. You're whacking somebody in the head. All right? Kevin, you may have seen some of this. Jill, I doubt you have. There is a movement in the martial arts, in some of the martial arts by some people, to move away from punching with the fist. The reason is, it looks really good in the movies, but the problem is when you punch with your fist, you're going to screw your hand up badly. You're probably going to break some fingers. You're certainly going to skin your knuckles. If you've ever watched a boxing match where they wrap the boxer's hands and then they put the hands in gloves, people think they do that so that they won't hurt the other guy, but that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it to protect the fist, right? Because they're actually, one of the first lessons I got in the shop from my dad was never use your fist as a hammer. People do that. No. I mean, they really literally do it, and of course they're going to end up injuring themselves pretty badly. Really, well, I'll just hammer that nail, or I'll hammer that piece of metal, or I'll hammer that piece of wood. No, you don't do that. You go and you get a hammer. That's what hammers are for. All right. So this first thing, you're actually the guy's right in front of you here, and what you're doing is slapping him. Right? I guess they have these slap fights now on TV, which is like, you people are idiots. Right?
I was surprised. I was surprised. I mean, they almost tear these people's heads off doing this.
Oh, I know. Well, no, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You could kill somebody. You could put their eye out. You could destroy their hearing. You could give them a concussion. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Why don't you just give each other hammers and pound on each other's heads, But since this is a martial art, right, what you're doing is whack. Now, That's what you're doing. That's your aim. That's your bullseye there. Right? You're going to relax and then whack. The question is, how do you whack? How do you wind up? The strike seems pretty easy. It's, yeah, let me see you do it, Joe. Yeah, you got the idea. All right? You wind up. You're dropping down clear into the foot. Wind up. You're turning the waist, turning the dantian to the right. Why do you turn to the right, Kevin?
You go to the left.
What's that? So you can go to the left, exactly. Yeah. All right? So you wind up and then whack. So that's that. It's very simple. Now the next part of it is not simple, right? Because the next part there's a lot of complex stuff going on, and I'll try to simplify it. Because simple is better. Right now, I don't touch my own chest when I do this. But if you were really doing it as an application, you might. All right? So you sink, you hit, and now you come back to the chest. And that's partly because the hand comes in, it's partly because the body is turning back to the right. And then this hand floats up. What energy is that? On. This hand goes down. What energy is that? On. Pong, on. So it's like you're stretching. It's like you've got two ends of a bungee cord and you're stretching it. And then you come back up. You notice this hand just waits. Right? The left hand just waits, it waits, it waits, and now it stretches out. So this hand is the one that's difficult to describe, but what you're doing, watch. It's an S curve. It's an S-shaped curve. S. Hit, trap, sink. And now watch this, not my hand. Right? Or you could think of it as a Z. I don't really like Z because it had points. Right? So there's no points there. Trap, sink, reverse S curve. This hand it's a little simpler. Hit, trap. The left side rises, the right side falls, and reverse S curve, boom. Oh. Probably those are blocks. These are blocks. So how can I say? You're going to be doing this move twice. Once, twice. But the shape is a little different. The first one's very round. Round. The second one is flat. All right? Let me do it with my back to the camera. Clear? Clear? Jill, it's clear?
It's clear, but it's like, oh my God, that's a lot of stuff going on. Is getting that S.
There is a lot of stuff going on. This is a fairly complicated move, right? And So, okay, all right, so here's the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you get 4? Now, 4, 4 is very difficult. It's very difficult to describe what's going on. If you see it in action, it's much clearer, which is why I wish Kevin were up here. I don't even ask Miss Annie anymore because she's done this dozens of times and she doesn't really like to do it.
And I seem to recall that she had a name for this one, is like making
Um,
biscuits or,
making biscuit dough, yeah, but that's not what it is. What it is someone's got hold of your hand, right? They've got hold of your hand in the classic Chin-Ah style, joint locking style, and they're going to try to twist you up like this, and then perp walk you across the room. So what do you do when someone's got hold of you and they're starting to twist you? What should you do? Yes, Kevin.
Go with it, follow the twist.
Yeah, follow them. Okay, you say you want me. Master Zhang used to say, when you push hands, do do what your opponent wants you to do. Don't fight them. Do what they want to do. Just outsmart them, right? So when he's twisting you like this, all right. Well, suppose rather than just freezing or fighting him, you just go with it. Right? Watch. This is hard to do without someone to do it with. So the guy's standing right here. He's got hold of me. He's trying. Oh, he's trying to twist me up. But suppose you go with him. Watch this on my elbow. You just follow him and then give him an elbow strike. That's the beginning of that move. However, this guy's not as dumb as he looks. All right. So as you get ready to strike him, he blocks the strike. So you can't deliver that strike. Now what do? He's still got hold of your hand. Right? So you go over his arm, sink onto his arm, and then throw him backwards. Now, the way you throw him backwards is not by using your arm strength. It's by using your core strength and shifting your weight. Right? So watch. Right? You shift your weight backward. That's how you throw him. Not by doing the arm. The arm is the lever. Right? But it's not the thing driving the lever. So he's got your hand, follow him, right? Follow him and then come down and then pull him in. Okay, so let's add that piece in here. And Jill, remember you have to get all of this today. You have to memorize all of this and be perfect at it. It takes a while to get this move. All right? 1, 2, 3. 4, right? So, and this, that's that can be a wrist strike, all right? Like onto the back of the nose, all right? But you also can be holding somebody's hand, all right? So you can be holding their hand and twisting it. Now comes the fun part. between the hands. Stretch. Now watch this hand. Under the dantian. Peng. Lu. On. Qi. So this particular part of the move is, again, it's complicated. It's easier to see what it is when you have someone to interact with. But what you're doing is escaping again from another joint lock on this side. Right? The first one is an escape on this side. Now this is an escape on this side. So what happens is, right, you come back and now he's got your hand. Right? And what he's going to try to do is a lock that looks like this. It's actually very similar to what we do when we do a stretches. So watch this hand. How do you get out of this? All right. Again, you don't want to fight him with your arms because he's got the superior position and your arms just aren't that strong unless you're Dave Bautista. All right? So instead, what you're going to use is your core, your body. So you go here, and now it's the body that's moving. It's the body. Look at my elbow. Don't raise your elbow up. If you raise your elbow up, now your arm is completely weak. You have to weld your upper arm to your ribs. All right? All right, and then the final one is Dan Bien, it's the single whip. So again, right? Peng, Lu, on, Qi, right out here to your other hand. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Calf, hip, shoulder, elbow, hand. And when you get there, you relax. Even the relaxing is a strike. Watch these fingers. In the form, you don't do it, but you could do it. Notice that I'm not stretching my elbows out. Just relax. Boom.
And your left hand's the left side is a throw. You're stepping behind the guy, and then
Yes, it could be. It could be a throw, but usually it's considered a throw. So this hand is going into the guy's chest. Hold on a second. I don't have that yoga thing out here any longer, yoga roll. But you can imagine you putting your hand into his chest and you're going to throw him. The reason the throw works is you step behind him first, right? So, right, you step behind him, and you do this stuff, and now, right, he's standing here. Your foot's behind him. You're going to hit him here and push him while you've got hold of his ankle with your ankle, so to speak. Make sense, Jill? You got it? You have it all memorized?
I think I'll have to review the tape a few times this week.
Honey, I went through this move, I went through all the moves with Master Zhang at least 12 times. I'm seriously over a period of 8 or 10 years. There's you just cannot grab everything all at once. And I didn't tell you everything that's in there. That's just kind of the foundation of it, right? But if you can grab that, then things will start to become real. Okay, guys, I think that is about it for today. I've got an estimator coming out here in an hour to look at our room because it's going to have to be insulated. So I got to get ready for that. Any last questions? Okay, that's good. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.